John Beltran, Dave Urick back from Bayfield High School, where the Bee Diggers lead the Wolverines 28-10. Momentarily, we'll go to the third quarter. The Bee Diggers have 2 touchdown runs from Eric Garcia, 1 apiece from Connor Weiser and Skyder Seawald. And the defense has been pretty solid for the most part, with the exception of the last drive. And even in the last drive, as I mentioned earlier, 2 fourth-down conversions to keep that drive going. So Brush made Bayfield earn that touchdown. And with a 28-10 advantage, you know, Dave, that in that second half, as we were talking about during the break, that it's going to be classic Eric Garcia. He's going to walk up to the line of scrimmage, and he's going to wait until that play clock gets down to 5 seconds, then he'll run the play.
You know, he has so much savvy. I love to watch him play because he makes big plays all the time, and some of the biggest plays he makes aren't when he's running the ball or throwing the ball. It's like you said, you know, watching the play clock, watching the down or the, you know, watching how much time's left in the quarter, and paying attention where kids are at on the other team, and you know, he just does so many things that are so savvy that, you know, and most of them are uncoachable. There's not enough time during the season to teach a kid something like that. That's from him, you know, being in that situation so many times when he was a kid watching all these games.
By the way, we'd like to thank Terry Clough all season. Does a great job of updating us on Brush Bee Digger football and their history and what they do against certain teams, against every team the Bee Diggers play. And without Terry's contribution, we certainly wouldn't have as much to contribute from this standpoint as well. All right, the Bee Diggers will kick it off to the Wolverines to begin the third quarter. Brush leading 28-10. As soon as we have a final score from the Aspen-Ken Denver game, we'll bring it to you. They kicked off at noon, in case you're wondering why that game's almost over. And they're in overtime, deadlocked at 14. Now, Waylon Sutton has an 85 and a 33-yard kickoff return. The good thing for Brush, Dave, is that from our vantage point, kicking right to left, this is where Jesus Cardenas has been able to kick the football into the end zone. I'm sure he's going to try to kick it towards that right sideline because that's what he feels more comfortable with. Normally, with the way he kicks, going right to right is what works to his advantage, not to mention that Aaron Velasquez is on the left side, and that looks like T.J. Pazel instead of Sutton, now on the right side.
I was looking at it. The numbers are so hard to see. I'm wondering if they didn't change Sutton places, if he's not playing one of the up men right now as they anticipate a short kick. But I can't see that number very well.
Yeah, unless that's Sutton at the 23-yard line, but back deep is not Sutton. That's Pazel along with Aaron Velasquez. So what is the strategy for Brush to begin the third on a very important kickoff? Cardenas will line drive it. Caught at the 22-yard line, straight ahead to the 30, across the 35, and to the 37. That was one of the up men. I don't know if that's Sonny Salazar. It's one of the smaller players on the field. And see if we got a number on that one. Oh, unless it was Robert Westbrook, but I didn't.
22 maybe. Cameron Chabot, he's 5'8", 155. But those numbers are so hard to see, it's really hard to tell.
Well, it's purple uniforms with black numerals. That's all you need to know right there. But the Bee Diggers did a good job. There were about 3 Bee Diggers gang tackling on special teams. 1st and 10 for Bayfield at their own 37-yard line.
Let me tell you, I'm resting a lot easier. They didn't kick it deep.
Well, now Bayfield has to go 63 yards to the land of no hash marks. The quarterback, Colt Walker, on 1st and 10, will pitch it left to Sutton. He hurdles a Bee Digger defender, breaks the tackle at the 40-yard line, and then is tackled at the 45 by Tanner Morrow. Austin Acosta was also there to make the play. 2nd down and 2 to go for Bayfield. And that might have been Trevor Blake, a 3-2 instead of a 2-2. Nonetheless, it's a gain of, we're going to call it 8 yards to the 46. On 2nd down and 2 to go. Walker will keep it himself off right tackle. 1st down. He's spun down by Ethan Brost at the 48-yard line, but he's got the 1st down for Bayfield.
You know, Bayfield, their formation is just like what Faith Christian lines up in with the double wing and the fullback in the backfield, and then they take one of those wings, put him in motion, and that's the option guy. But I'll tell you what, Walker does a good job of leaving it in Posey's belly for a long time before he takes off and runs with it.
They'll mark it at the 49. 1st and 10 for the Wolverines. The option left, and taking off with it is Walker. He cuts back towards the middle and is down at the 44. That was a big tackle by C.J. Kukas. It's a gain of 7 because if Kukas doesn't get him, that would have been a Bayfield touchdown.
Huge tackle, and Kukas kind of wrapped him up in a bear hug, like chest to chest, and spun him around and threw him down. And then he was real sportsmanlike. He offered a hand and helped him up.
2nd down and 3 to go for Bayfield at the Beat Digger 44. They're quickly up to the line of scrimmage on that triple option. Walker, the pitch right to Velasquez at the spin, and he's going to be taken down maybe after a gain of 1. Penetration on the near side by Trevor Blake. And they're going to mark the football. The official will mark it at the 43 of Brush. And it'll be a gain of 1, 3rd and 2. The mark to make is the 41-yard line.
Blake did a great job. He flew in there. He saw he had to go horizontal to make the play, but he did a good job of messing that thing up.
Walker's been known to take it himself, and he will off left tackle. He's got a 1st down as he dives to the 40-yard line. Once again, just faking handoffs on every play that he runs himself. A gain of 3 for Colt Walker.
That takes him to 40 yards on 10 carries. You know what they're doing? They're blocking our defensive end now, so they're really not even optioning our defensive end. They're just blocking him, and they're just letting Walker run off tackle with it.
The defensive backs have got to make those plays at times, and Skylar Seawald's done a fine job as well from his linebacker position. 1st and 10 for the Beat Digger 40. Colt Walker, play action, deep drop, looking to throw. Heaves it up the right side. Garcia's out there, and it's caught through! Oh, a leaping reception at the 7. Garcia had position, but it was caught at the 7, 1st down. A gain of 33. I don't know how that ball got through, but it was caught by Robert Westbrook. 1st and goal for Bayfield. He just basically outleaped Garcia.
Well, the ball went over Garcia's hand. Garcia reached up with his left hand. It looked like Garcia wanted to pick it off. He kind of settled in like he was going to make the play, and I thought he was going to get the interception, but the ball just sailed a little bit on him.
1st and goal from the 7. Hand off. No, it'll be kept by the quarterback, Walker, and he spun down at around the 1. He almost got to the end zone, but a couple of Beat Diggers were there, including Tanner Morrow. It's a gain of 6. 2nd and goal for the 1 at Bayfield's not taking up much time. 9:20 to go, 3rd quarter. Brush leads 28-10. And this 2A quarterfinal from Bayfield. This is exactly what Bayfield wanted to do. Just go down the field and not waste too much time. Posey is in the backfield. 2nd and goal for the 1. Walker keeps it himself. I don't think he got across the goal line. Now he lunges, and the near official is going to say that he was tackled right inside the 1. No touchdown. And getting up from the bottom of the pile is Felix Calderon. And we have a Beat Digger flat on his back, getting up slowly. That's Joe Rosenbrock. Officials timeout, and Rosenbrock's going to limp off the field.
So he's got a pretty good limp there as he goes off the field, but he's not being helped off. He's just taking his time walking over to the sideline.
Yeah, that might be his final play unless he can regroup along the Beat Digger sideline. 2nd and goal. Make it 3rd and goal for Bayfield. And the nose of the football just shy of the goal line. Walker could almost sneak it in, or he could give it to the big fullback, Seth Posey, who's lined up right behind the Bayfield quarterback. On 3rd and goal, Walker sneaks, and Walker's held up. Did he get in? Yes, he did. Barely got in. The nose of the football across the plane of the goal line, and Walker scores for the 2nd time, and Bayfield is to within 12 at 28-16.
Yep, they did a good job of just marching the ball down the field. But like we said, it was really kind of a lucky play. Garcia had a position on the kid. He went up. I think he got his hand on the ball, but it was one of those things where the ball just got past his hand a little bit, and Westbrook made a good play by keeping his concentration and making the play.
Extra point is good. 8:47 to go in the 3rd quarter. Brush 28, Bayfield 17 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.